Hi friends, host Eric here, host Talking with Famous People, and my backdrop's not working very well. It's not covering much. It's not covering the whole kit and caboodle. Anywho, this is what this is. Okay, so I'm here and Talking with Famous People 1. I'm going to make another video after this one. This video is in response to a comment by Sylvia Goncalves, who said, "Hello Eric, could you please do a video on the dating relationship between a female ENFP and a male ESFJ?" Okay, benefactor-beneficiary relationship doesn't sound very fair to me as an ENFP. I could see how the ESTJ would seem very intriguing. I think she might have meant ESFJ there. So, in an ENFP ESFJ relationship, it would be let's see, ESTJ is my benefactor. Let me look it up. Okay, so ENFP is the beneficiary of ESFJ. So ESFJ is the benefactor. And let's see what it says about this relationship. They're homoverted. That means they're both the same introvert type. They're asymmetrical, which means I don't know what they mean there. And they're rhythmical, arrhythmical. I'm not sure what those things mean. Anyway, these relations are asymmetrical. One partner, called the benefactor, is always in a more favorable position in respect to the other partner, who's known as the beneficiary. The beneficiary thinks of the benefactor as an interesting and meaningful person, usually over evaluating them in the beginning. The beneficiary can be impressed and delighted by the partner's behavior, manners, thoughts, and their ability to easily deal with the things the beneficiary conceives as complicated. So in other words, stuff that's hard for the beneficiary, that is, say, in this relationship, that Sylvia Goncalves says, is she's a female ENFP, and she would be the beneficiary, and the male ESFJ would be the benefactor. The benefactor accepts the beneficiary as someone who is lower in rank or social position, often undervalues them in the beginning. The reason for this is the benefactor feels that the beneficiary needs something from them, that special something that only the benefactor can provide. So basically, in this instance, you're looking at ENFP being weak at SI, fourth slot, and being weak at FE, as to say it's 6, countervalued for ENFP. And those are the two strongest functions for ESFJ. The 8th function slot for the ESFJ is extrovert thinking. So even though they're insecure about their 8th slot extroverted thinking, the ENFP is going to be aspirational in extroverted thinking, which is to say it's their 3rd slot function. They're going to probably eventually be quite good at it, but they wish to be the center of TE attention, so to speak. In other words, they're concerned about their own TE effectiveness and feel delighted when they are effective at it, but it's unlikely to run afoul of the 8th slot TE of the ESFJ. Now, if you look at the polars, the two types, ENFP has got TI polar, and ESFJ has got fourth slot TI. So stronger for the ESFJ with the fourth slot, though they are seeking. ENFP won't provide any TI for ESFJ. In fact, ENFP will make ESFJ feel as though that ESFJ has good TI. Now, that's probably conducive to your situation, Sylvia Goncalves, because it's consistent with normal gender roles, that the man wants to feel, capable of doing certain kinds of things and is willing to concede not being good at other certain kinds of things. And consistent with gender roles would be that the male would probably be a little stronger in the TI department. Not that it's really actually the case, I'm just saying that's the gender roles. So, if you look at the polar on the other angle, so as an ENFP, you got TI polar. As a ESFJ, he's got NI polar. So NI polar is an interesting phenomenon. What you'll discover with somebody with NI polar is that they truly don't get the notion of the singular best course and seizing the moment, and they really want to deliberate things out a lot when making decisions, ESFJ. So, okay, having done all that cognitive function analysis, what is my actual take on what's that relationship going to play out like for ENFP and ESFJ? Well, the thing about it is, and the reason why it's a beneficiary relationship, if you think about it, ENFP is pretty social, and they're pretty socially successful. But ESFJ is more social and more socially successful. ENFP, at the end of the day, prefers authenticity over social success and is not afraid to call bullshit if they think ESFJ is faking. Concurrently, ESFJ is less fake in some ways about their extroverted feeling than, say, ENFJ. And I suspect that there's not going to be a lot of running afoul of authenticity issues on that ground, so much as it is about what ought we prioritize, So at the end of the day, of course, the poopy pants ENFP is going to prioritize what they actually value and spending time valuing things and countervaluing things actively, indirectly, and subjectively through their FI tool function. And the FE dominant ESFJ is going to always be prioritizing shaping perceptions. Those things can coordinate nicely alongside one another, fine, but they don't always. And ultimately, that'll be where the conflict comes into play between ESFJ and ENFP. And I think it's not a sustainable relationship. ESFJ is looking for is looking for TI. ESFJ is looking for TI, but they're seeking. Your fourth function, you could call it your duality seeking function. And the biggest problem in the whole relationship is while ESFJ is seeking from ENFP TI, and ESFJ is going to go into the relationship thinking, wow, ENFP is so smart, because ENFP is intuitive, extroverted intuitor, so they come up with lots of ideas and stuff. It's going to take a while for ESFJ to realize that's not TI you're providing me. You're not providing me any TI. You're worse at TI than I am. You seem to not even understand what the concept of it is, as we all do about our polar functions, And that, as of course you'll be seeking SI, the ESFJ will be much more capable of providing for you the SI you're seeking than will you be able to provide the TI the ESFJ is seeking. And that unbalanced relationship ultimately spirals into disaster. So I would avoid that, Sylvia Goncalves. Find a different relationship. Don't go with homie ESFJ. It just ain't going to work. Okay? So, that's my opinion anyway. And that's my advice. Thanks for watching. Thanks for asking the question, Sylvia Goncalves. And I'm going to be back in a little bit with another exciting answer to another exciting comment.